Catherine, you outdid yourself with lunch today. It was amazing. Did you sneak off to some fancy cooking school while I was slaving away at work? That chicken Alfredo was homemade, right? And the salad was so fresh and crisp. I swear, it was just like you made it even after I microwaved it.
Well, you know how it is. Midweek blues and all that. I thought you could use a little pick-me-up. Something to cheer you up and keep you going. No, I didn't go to any cooking school, but thank you for the compliment. It makes me happy to see you happy.
How could I not be happy? Your cooking is incredible. It was one of the things that drew me to you when we first met. I've been on cloud 9 ever since we tied the knot.
Me too. I'm so glad we found each other. And I'm so glad you appreciate my cooking. You always make me feel good about it.
Thank you for always being there for me.
And thank you for being there for me. And for working so hard and bringing home the bacon. You do so much for us.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. You take care of our house and manage our money.
Well, I only work part-time. It's not a big deal. But it gives me something to do while you're away. And I guess I have more time than you to do the chores.
Thank you. You're amazing. I'm so lucky to have you. You're always so kind. You make our home cozy and comfortable. And you're gorgeous. I'm the envy of every guy I know.
Oh, stop it. You're making me blush. We're newlyweds, not teenagers. I hope you don't go around saying these things to other people.
Why not? I'm proud of you. I brag about you, my beautiful wife, all the time at work. I don't care what anyone thinks. I'll scream it from the rooftops if I have to. I want the whole world to know how much I love you.
You're too much. You're making me embarrassed. I bet you never talked about your mother like that. I'm happy that you adore me, but please keep it to yourself.
Really?
Yes, really. It's enough for me that you feel that way. By the way, do you want to go on a little getaway this weekend? I think we both deserve a break. There's a new buffet that just opened in the next town. And you know how much I love a good buffet. My friend went there and she said it was amazing. They only use the best ingredients and everything is delicious. I know, it sounds too good to be true, especially for a buffet. But she's the only one I trust when it comes to food.
Are you talking about Sarah? She's got good taste. And the buffet sounds tempting, but I'm sorry to say this, but can we postpone it to next week? This week my mom invited us over for lunch.
Again?
Yeah, well, you know how she is. She missed you last time because you were visiting your parents. She said she wants to see you this time.
Oh, really? Does she really want to see me?
Of course she does. Why do you sound so doubtful? Is there something wrong? You don't seem too excited about seeing her again.
Well, it's just that maybe I'm imagining things, but I have this feeling that your mom doesn't like me very much.
What? Where did you get that idea? You two got along great before we got married.
We used to get along so well, but ever since we got married, I feel like she's been giving me the cold shoulder. Like, whenever I try to make conversation with her, she just brushes me off or changes the subject. There's something off about her attitude.
That's strange, because I don't see it that way at all. I mean, if she really had a problem with you, why would she invite you over for lunch? She even told me last time that she was looking forward to seeing you again.
Really?
Maybe she's just acting differently because we're married now and you're officially part of the family. My mom is the kind of person who puts on a show for outsiders, but she's more honest with her own.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm relieved.
If it bothers you so much, do you want me to talk to her about it?
No, it's fine. I mean, If you're right and it's just a misunderstanding on my part, I don't want to accuse her of anything. And I'd rather talk to her myself anyway. I want to have a good relationship with your mom.
Yeah, well, if anything happens, just let me know, okay?
Okay, thanks. Hey, isn't your break almost over?
Oh, crap, you're right. Time flies when I'm talking to you. I'll finish work at 5 as usual. And then I'll stop by the library to get that book you wanted on my way home.
Perfect. I'll have dinner ready by then.
Can we have meatloaf tonight?
Sure. I'll just run to the store and get everything we need. You're the best.
No, you're the best.
Good luck with the rest of your work. Love you.
Good morning, Catherine. You're still coming over this weekend, right? I can't wait to see you again.
Good morning, Emily. Yes, we're looking forward to visiting you this weekend.
Good, because we have a lot of crabs and seafood that our friend gave us. My husband and I can't possibly finish them all by ourselves. So we thought we'd invite you guys over to share them with us. Danny told me that you love crab and seafood in general.
Thank you so much for thinking of us. I don't get to eat crab very often, so I'm really excited that you invited us over.
What? Are you implying that Danny doesn't earn enough for you to afford a decent meal?
I'm sorry. I think you misunderstood me. I didn't mean that at all. It's just that crabs are expensive. And I don't feel comfortable spending money on something like that. I've always been careful with my budget, so I don't splurge on things like that.
Oh, I see. Forgive me. I jumped to conclusions.
It's okay. I'm sorry for saying it in a way that made you think like that.
I'm just concerned about you two newlyweds. I want to make sure you're doing well as a couple. And that you're eating healthy and balanced meals. Danny is always so cheerful that he'll eat anything you put in front of him and say it's delicious. I once accidentally put too much salt in the cookies I was baking, and he still ate them with a smile. Anyway, you're still young and inexperienced, right?
You're right. I'm learning new things every day. And I'm trying to be mindful of nutrition. But I know I have a lot to learn.
That's why I invite you over so often, because I want you to have a good life.
Thank you for caring about us. I know I lack a lot of experience, but please teach me what you know so I can improve.
I'm glad you said that. Because, whenever you come over, you act like a guest.
What do you mean by that?
What? You don't know what I'm talking about? It means that even though you're family now, you never offered to help out. It was fine when you were dating. But now that you're married into the family, you should take some initiative and pitch in.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
Even if I say it's fine if you don't help out, a normal daughter-in-law will at least help her mother-in-law with the cooking. All you do is set the table and maybe clear the dishes. That's something you ask kids to do. You're an adult. You have different responsibilities now.
I'm so sorry. From now on, I'll help you with the cooking.
It's fine. You don't have to do that. I doubt you can do much more than chop things up anyway. And are you just saying that because I called you out? That's pretty pathetic, don't you think?
But I really want to help out. Please let me learn from you.
Fine. Whatever. This time, maybe you'll do something on your own instead of waiting for me to tell you what to do. Since you married my son, you have to learn all our family recipes and secrets.
Okay, I'll do my best.
I'm sorry. You don't think I'm a horrible mother-in-law now, do you?
No, not at all.
I'm glad. If you thought I was picking on you over this little thing, I would be very shocked.
No, everything is fine. Don't worry.
Catherine, what the hell? How could you do that?
Do what? Flip over the table with all the food on it? Yeah, I did that. So what? You got a problem with it?
Of course I have a problem with it. My mom is in tears. I've never seen her cry like that. She worked so hard to make that meal. And you just destroyed it. Get back here and apologize to her right now.
Not a chance. The last person I want to see is your mom. Especially after what she did to me. And I don't want to die. So I'm never going to see her again. Ever.
What do you mean you don't want to die? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the rotten food she gave me. You all got fresh food, but mine was spoiled. If I had eaten that, I would have gotten food poisoning. Maybe I would have died. Maybe that would have been better. Then I wouldn't have to deal with your mom ever again.
Are you crazy?
Have you cleaned up the mess?
No, everyone was shocked and it's still a disaster. My mom is in her room crying. She locked the door and won't come out. My dad is angry and confused and trying to calm her down. There's food everywhere and it's all wasted. What a waste! I guess I'll have to clean it up myself.
Then go look at the food she gave me. If you can say it's edible, I'll come back and apologize to her.
What? It's all on the floor.
The crab meat should still be in the shell. Check that.
Fine, I'll check it.
But don't even try to eat it. You'll know it's bad just by smelling it. If you can admit what I said, that's all I want.
I checked. I'm sorry, you were right.
Did you taste it?
No way, I couldn't do it. I almost gagged when I saw it. There was this disgusting stuff coming out of the shell. It smelled horrible. I think I puked a little in my mouth. I'm sorry, Catherine. I don't know who would do that to someone. I'm really sorry.
As long as you get it, that's all I need. I need you to get where I'm coming from. Because I married you, not your family. That's why I can't see your mom again. Because she hates me.
What? What are you talking about? What makes you think she hates you?
I'm talking about how she's been treating me. It's been going on for a while. Everyone else's food was always hot and fresh, but mine was always cold. Sometimes I didn't even get any meat. Sometimes my drink was watered down. I even found hair in my food. I thought maybe it was just bad luck, but I was wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't notice.
Don't blame yourself for this. You couldn't have known what was going on. I didn't want to believe it either. I thought it was all in my head. Who would ever think that their mother-in-law would hate them so much? I wanted to talk to you about it, but I was afraid I was wrong. And that would have been so rude of me, right? Your mom was always nice to me before we got married. I don't know what changed after that.
I don't get it. Why did this happen out of the blue? I need to find out what's behind this and why she did this to you. I'm going to talk to my mom and tell her to stay away from you. You should just go home and rest. You've had a rough day.
Okay. I'll be waiting for you at home.
I'll be back soon.
Did you talk to your mom? What did she say about me?
Yeah, I talked to her after she calmed down a bit. I asked her why she gave you rotten food. She said she had no idea and that it was a mistake.
Did you buy that?
No, I didn't. I pushed her on the other things you mentioned, and she admitted to everything. I can't believe she did this to you. I'm such a terrible husband.
You're not a terrible husband. You may have been slow to catch on, but you trusted me. You stood up for me and faced your own mom. I'll always be thankful for that. What about your dad? What does he think of all of this?
I talked to my dad, and he was clueless. He thought you and Mom got along fine. He said he had no idea she was treating you like this. He asked me to apologize for him for all the pain this caused you. And he said he's happy you're part of our family.
Tell your dad it's okay. He's one of the nicest people I know. He would never let your mom hurt me on purpose. I wonder if your grandma ever did anything like this to your mom.
My grandma? No way. She was the sweetest person ever. She never hurt anyone's feelings.
Can you call her and ask her if she knows why someone would be so cruel to their daughter-in-law?
Yeah, I'll call her later and see what she says.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Anything to make it up to you. By the way, I told my mom that if she doesn't apologize to you, I'm never coming back to see her.
Catherine, you got my apology text right. Why are you ignoring me? I said I was sorry, didn't I? Can't you just forgive and forget and move on? If you keep this up, Danny says he'll never visit me again. I don't know what I'll do if I lose my Danny. It's all your fault that my son is turning against me.
You're the one who ruined our relationship.
Oh, so you can reply when you want to complain at me?
Emily, do you really understand what you did?
Of course I do. That's why I apologized to you. You saw my text, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw it. That pathetic apology text? My little brother can apologize better than that, and he's only 10.
You're calling it pathetic? How rude of you. Who do you think you are?
Do you want me to tell you why your apology was garbage? Because I will. And I quote, "I'm sorry, Catherine. I admit I was wrong, but you were wrong too. I need you to explain something to me. When you said I was wrong too, what did you mean by that?"
Well, you flipped over the table with all the food on it. And you never helped me cook the meal. You just thought you could get away with washing the dishes. That's unacceptable.
I already apologized for not helping out. Why do you keep bringing it up? And you know what? I did offer to help you many times before, but you always turn me down. So how can you blame me for this?
It doesn't matter. It's your duty to help as the daughter-in-law. And you never apologized for flipping the table.
You gave me rotten food. Who does that to their own daughter-in-law?
That doesn't mean you have to flip the table, especially when there was good food on it too. You wasted the crabs that our friend gave us. If he finds out we didn't eat them, he might never give us any more.
I feel bad for the crabs, I really do. Not for you, but for the crabs and the other food. That crab died to be eaten by us. You let it rot and spoiled a good crab. The other food was ruined by your actions.
How dare you accuse me of letting the crab rot on purpose? I would never waste a good crab on you. There was one bad one, and it just happened to be yours.
What a coincidence. I bet you were happy when you saw you could give it to me. Anyway, let's go back to your apology text. Quote, "A bridge belongs to the household and must obey the orders of her husband's parents." I'm sorry, but I don't remember becoming your property.
Marriage means you join the family, not just your husband. The daughter-in-law has no right to speak her mind.
I married Danny, not you. It's true that in the past, when you married someone, you married their whole family. But times have changed. It's 2023. Do you really think you can tell your friends and neighbors that the bride is the property of the family she marries into?
You don't get it. Things were different in my day. Anyone from my generation would agree with me.
Oh, I get it. Well, then I'll just tell your friends what you just said. Maybe I'll go around the neighborhood and ask for their opinions. How about that?
Stop it. What's the point of that?
It's for my own sake. I want to know how many people are on my side and how many people are on yours. And maybe it will help you see how out of touch you are with society.
You don't need to do that. Look, I apologized. Just tell Danny you accepted it, and let's put this behind us.
It doesn't matter how many times you apologize. I'm not going to let this go.
What? Don't you see I'm trying to meet you halfway here?
No, I don't. I can't make sense of your logic at all. Please explain to me how you think. In your apology text, you said it was normal for daughters-in-law to get cold food and leftovers? Is that what your mother-in-law did to you? And that's why you did it to me?
Yes, that's right. I endured it all this time, and I'm telling you to do the same.
So, you think it's okay to hurt people if you've been hurt yourself? I see. Well, then I'll bring you some expired food next time I visit. And I'll watch you eat it.
That's not how it works. That's something the mother-in-law does to the daughter-in-law. If you want to do that, have some kids and do it to their spouses.
No, I'm going to end this cycle of abuse with me. I don't know how this ever became a thing, but I won't let it continue. By the way, isn't your mother-in-law still alive? I contacted her through Danny, and she was very upset. She said she's never did anything like what you accused her of.
What? You talked to her? Why would you do that?
I thought I needed to hear the truth from her. I don't think I could ever forgive you, but if you really suffered so much, maybe this conversation would have been different. I might have still been angry, but at least I would have pitied you.
How could you do that to me? You have too much time on your hands.
You brought this on yourself. You changed as soon as we got married. I couldn't believe that you would treat me so badly just because of that.
Catherine, you're so young. You don't know anything about the real world. That's why I, as your mother-in-law, was trying to teach you about society, respect, and family. I can't believe you think I'm harassing you when I'm clearly trying to help you.
I know that your mother-in-law told you she was never harassed by her mother-in-law, but that's a lie. She was. That's why, when you joined their family, she decided to be nice to you. But then you went and did the exact thing she tried to spare you from. She must have been shocked when she found out what you were doing.
That's because you made Danny call her. What am I supposed to do now? I can't face her like this.
Too bad. Because you're going to see her very soon.
What?
Your mother-in-law is going to take care of you for a while. She's going to help you change your ways.
What are you saying? I don't want that.
You don't have a choice. Your husband agreed to this.
He did? When?
He and Danny were shocked when they found out how you treated me. They were so disappointed. That's why they decided to do this. You should be grateful that your husband didn't leave you over this.
Leave me? Catherine, can I tell you something? I was just lonely and jealous when you were dating. I thought you wouldn't last. I thought you would break up. But then you got married, and Danny hardly ever came to see me. He always praised you and how wonderful you were. I felt like you stole my son from me.
So what?
Don't you have any sympathy for me?
The only person I pity is myself for putting up with your nonsense. I can't comprehend how you think.
Maybe you'll understand when you have kids of your own.
Maybe. I'm learning something new every day. The child that Danny and I will have might be so adorable that I won't want to let them go.
Then can't you see where I'm coming from?
No, I can't, and I don't want to. If I did, I might become like you.
Catherine, I'm sorry. It was my mistake to give you that rotten food. I didn't think you would react like this. I mean, you're such a nice person, right? I thought you would just be a little upset.
Are you saying you didn't take me seriously?
Not really.
I wanted to be friends with you. So even when you were mean to me, I tried to ignore it and pretend it was a misunderstanding. It's too bad it turned out this way.
Then why don't we start over? We can forget the past and begin anew. Let's go back to when we got along. This time I'll be a better person and treat you well. I promise.
The one who suffers never forgets the pain. I don't know what you'll do to me next time I see you. Maybe, if I get pregnant, you'll make me eat something dangerous. Or maybe you'll give me something harmful once my baby is born. I'm afraid of what you might do to me.
I told you I'll never do anything like that again. I swear on my life that I won't.
Well, that's probably true. You won't do that anymore. I don't have to worry anymore.
Do you believe me? I'm glad. Now we can be on good terms again.
Oh, did you misunderstand me? Sorry, words can be tricky sometimes. I meant that I don't have to worry anymore because I'll never see you again.
Wait, I can teach you things you need to know. I can teach you our family recipes and secrets.
No thanks. I've learned enough from you. I learned that you're not my family. I feel like I've grown so much because of what you did to me. After that, my mother-in-law had to move in with her mother-in-law. She packed her bags and left with a sour face. She's getting a taste of her own medicine now. She's being harassed from dawn to dusk. I felt bad for Danny's grandma, but she said she wanted to get rid of the cancer in the world. And that's what my mother-in-law's heart is. Black and rotten. I don't know if she'll ever change, but I hope she'll at least think about what she did. We stopped going to their place on the weekends. Instead, we went on dates to different places. We're having fun as newlyweds. And on the weekends, I keep in touch with my father-in-law by cooking for him. He's lonely without his wife. I understand why my mother-in-law loved her son so much. But when I have my own child, I'll let them go when they start their own family. That's the only thing I learned from her. And I realized that I want to be like Danny's grandma, strong and kind. I don't want to hurt anyone the way she hurt me. It's a simple thing, but it's very important to remember that feeling and to be grateful for those who support you. I hope that from now on, my husband and I will have a happy family.